Endogamous communities, the hidden code of cultural survival. What makes a community last 1,000 years? Faith, bloodline, or the choices we make in love? From the Orthodox Jews of Jerusalem to the Parsis of Mumbai to the Knanaya Christians of Kerala, some communities carry an ancient key to survival: endogamy. A simple idea, marry within your group. But behind it hides a question that shakes the foundation of modern life. Can a culture survive without boundaries? Let's look closer. Endogamous communities, Orthodox Jews, Parsis, Druze, Yazidis, Knanaya Christians, Assyrians, Armenians, Copts, and Jehovah's Witnesses all share a common goal: to preserve their spiritual DNA. It's not about pride, it's about continuity. For the Jews, it keeps the covenant alive. For the Parsis, it protects the sacred flame of Zoroastrian fire worship. For the Knanaya, it preserves an identity said to have originated from the ancient Jewish Christian settlers who came to Kerala with Thomas the Apostle. Roughly 300,000 Knanaya live worldwide, 250,000 in Kerala, 25,000 in the US, and 8,000 in the UK, with smaller groups in Australia and the Gulf. They remain bound by the belief that marriage within their community sustains cultural purity and continuity. But this idea has a deeper, almost metaphysical root in Indian philosophy. Ancient dharmic texts teach that marriage between the same lineage, sa-gothreya, or same ancestry, sa-pindeya, weakens both the body and the mind, leading to what was called moral decline. The message is symbolic. When sameness repeats too closely, the spark of diversity and vitality fades. Yet when cultural elevation meets moral grounding, something luminous emerges, like the union of two sacred fires. So, ancient seers insisted, true integrity is maintained when one unites with an equal in intellect and spirit, as a Brahmin preserves his Brahmiyam by marrying another Brahmin. It's not about superiority, it's about vibrational equality, the meeting of minds that share a common moral horizon. The modern dilemma. But what happens when migration begins? When people move to new lands, face new lifestyles, and embrace new values? Cultures mix, languages evolve, rituals lose their shape. In this melting pot, endogamy faces its greatest test. When someone from a deeply rooted cultural background marries into a different value system, it's not just a social change, it's a psychological shift. It challenges identity at its very core. Some adapt and flourish, some lose direction, and some rediscover their roots with renewed purpose. Because the real question isn't whether endogamy is right or wrong, it's whether a culture can survive without its inner discipline. Philosophical reflection. Endogamy is often misunderstood as exclusion, but in its essence, it's an act of memory, a way to keep the sacred alive across generations. Just as a temple preserves its rituals, a community preserves its essence through shared values and shared lineage. When that alignment breaks, something intangible, something subtle, begins to fade. Yet too much rigidity can suffocate life. So the challenge is balance, to keep the roots alive without trapping the tree. Conclusion. Endogamy is not a cage, it's a compass. It points us back to who we are, even when the world spins fast around us. But every compass needs a map. If culture stands still, it turns to stone. If it forgets its roots, it drifts like dust. Perhaps wisdom lies somewhere in between, in remembering where we came from while growing towards what we can become. Because in the end, heritage is not just in our blood, it's in our choices. And every marriage, every union decides the future of that memory.